So at this moment, if you look at the philosophy of science and also the philosophy that looks at existence and fundamental reality, then there are three dominant schools of thought. One is matter-only monism, which means all that exists is just physical stuff, matter, that which we call matter, including our body. The second school of thought is what we call dualism. Mind and matter are two different things. And that has a problem because dualism violates the laws of thermodynamics. If mind and matter are two different things, how do you even move your arm? That starts with a thought, and this is a very physical phenomenon. So no mind-body interaction can happen if mind and matter are two different things. You need energy to intermediate, to be an intermediate, to be an agency for mind to interact with matter. And so, where does that energy come from? And if there are two different things, then how does one thing which is not tangible cause activity in something that's tangible? So dualism is actually not accepted by most scientists. The only other thing left then is what we call consciousness-only monism. There is only consciousness. So let's do a couple of exercises looking for matter. Let's call it the hunt for matter. Okay. So first ask yourself, is there such a thing as an unheard sound? What would be the experience of an unheard sound? You see, even the question seems ridiculous. Sound is only applicable when there is hearing. And, depending on the nervous system you have and the receptors here and the frequency of vibration they accept, the sound could be a different experience for different species, right? Some species only hear infrasonic and so on, and different frequencies of sound. So there is no such thing as an unheard sound. If there was, what would that experience be? Now, same thing, ask yourself, is there such a thing as an unseen color or shape or form? And if there was, what would that experience be? An unseen color. Is there such a thing as an untasted flavor or unsmelt fragrance or an inexperienced sensation or a thought without a thinker or an emotion without somebody who feels, or entity that feels the emotion, or an image without an imagineer. So when we do this reflection, then it's obvious that every experience needs an awareness to have the experience. The experience is only in awareness. And then if you do a little bit more inquiry, you see that actually that which we call perception or sound or taste or smell or thought or feeling or sensation is not just an experience in awareness, but it is a modified form of awareness. But when we put all these modalities of awareness together, then we create the constructs of matter. And we also create the construct of mind. So both mind and matter are actually constructions in awareness, knowing itself as mind and body. And then the same thing applies to the world. It's awareness knowing itself as mind, body, and world as an integrated activity within itself. Integrated activity within itself. Bottom line, when you look hard enough for a substance called matter, not to be found. And when you look hard enough for an entity called mind, also not to be found, because what we call the mind is an ephemeral passing show of images, thoughts, emotions. You can't hold on to them. They come, their experience, they disappear. Same thing with particles. When you take a snapshot of a perceptual activity at a microscopic level, that's a particle. But by the time you take the snapshot, it's gone. In other words, there is only consciousness, and there is only awareness. So matter-only monism is out. Dualism is out. Mind-only monism is also out. There's only consciousness. And that consciousness is infinite, irreducible, spaceless, timeless, orderless, imperceivable, inconceivable, infinite, formless, beyond the experience of birth and death, which are also basically flashing moments of the on. Birth is the on of perceptual activity, and death is the off of perceptual activity. There cannot be an on without an off, and there cannot be an off without an on. The two go together. If there's only an off, there's no experience. And if there's only an on, no experience. You need the vibration, the on-off, to construct the world. Of what use is this? The only use of this is knowing that you are that infinite being. You are the infinite being having a finite experience. Okay, reflect on that and let me know if it's useful.